Hello, everybody, and thank you once again for tuning in to the first episode for 2022 of the Dondi and DeVarreaux show. I'm your girl, Val DeVarreaux, and I'm accompanied by my brother from another mother.
Prince Dondi, how are you? Glad to see you. Happy you're here. I know one thing about. Let me get this out right now before anybody say anything on here. I know you're going to say something. I walked out today and I got my slippers on my feet. Don't you go criticize it because it was so comfortable at home. I was going to slide my shoes on, but I said, the hell with it. I didn't remember until I got out of my car a while ago. Why I got my slippers on? Well, I'm just enjoying myself. I'm home with you guys, so it's all fine with me.
Before I forget, don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We are part of the NMG Podcast Network, your source for everything media. Today's episode we have entitled,
What is the purpose of your relationship?
What is the purpose of your relationship? Does your relationship serve a purpose?
Well, actually, that's the thing, and I'm glad that you brought that up. Relationships are a very, very tedious thing. In relationships itself, all relationships, be it a sexual relationship with a girl or a partner, you got a relationship, relationships, period. Everybody has a purpose in a relationship. My dad told me one time, I think I was a kid, I was yelling, I want nobody to use me. My dad stopped me, he told me, he says, look, it's okay, you got friends because friends are supposed to use you. That is what a friend is for. But as long as a friend does not misuse you, then when you have a problem, and I can understand that thoroughly, that you need to be used. Everybody needs to be used. If you're not used, you serve no purpose.
I was told the other day, I have a goddaughter, she's 28, and she told me, she said, it is different things nowadays. She said there's a relationship, there's a situationship, and there's a funship. Now, I said, now that one new to me. I said, I knew about the situationship and the relationship, but the funship, I told her, I said, that's new to me, explain. She said, that's just when you hook up with somebody, you meet somebody, y'all just hook up and y'all just have fun. I said, okay, so the situationship is when the two of them have somebody else. You got a situation. Maybe he with somebody, he can't afford to leave, or whatever the case may be. That's a situationship. But a true relationship, in my personal opinion, is very rare now. Very hard to come by. I went on 3 dates, 3 different gentlemen, 2 African American and 1 Caucasian. It is a world of night and day. And let me express this before we go any further. Here on the Dondi and DeVarreaux show, we intend to offend no one. The views and opinions that we express are just that, our views and our opinions. This is our show, and if you're offended by what we're saying, you feel free to click off or swipe left, whatever you got to do. But there's never all of anything, like you always say. But the more that I get out into the dating world and dating different people from different cultures, it's really, really, really a big difference. Because from one to the other, the whole conversation is different. The conversation with the European fellow was light and lively, and it was about everything in the world. From politics to religion to
Well-rounded, you would say.
Very worldly, well-rounded, to travel, to space travel. We talked about Elon Musk and all kind of stuff.
Well,
in the door, when I went with brothers, the first one, I don't want to meet you. And the first thing you tell me is, well, I'm already seeing 4 other women, and but I ain't really feeling them for no relationship. I'm like, so what do you think that makes me think immediately?
Well,
what am I supposed to do with you?
Well, let me iterate a little bit here. I want to go into this, and this, first of all, I think I always say is, know thyself, and to thyself be true. Above all other things in the world, you got to be true to yourself, because in the end of the day, at the end of the night, you have to look in the mirror and see yourself. And I'm learning, every day. Trust me, I'm telling you, when you stop learning, then you're dead. I'm learning. I have things in which I deal with myself as relationships. I found situations are either they're for you or they are against you. There's no two ways or mediocre things in it. When I come to a relationship, I am whole in myself, and the thing about it is, I found in Black, White, and Candy Stripe that it is centered. Literally, when you said the guy was well-rounded, well, that goes to show you in life, you can only speak about things in which you know, which I just actually said a little while ago. I was telling young rappers, I said to them, you can't teach what you don't know. And you can't lead where you won't go. And you will hear me say that an awful lot. I'll say it again. You can't teach what you don't know. You can't lead where you won't go. So their conversation is stagnated because the fact of the matter is that this is what they know. They can only teach you what they know. And the thing about it, they're not being worldly because they've not traveled the world and had life experiences in life. So you find a lot of Caucasians who have money, who have education, who have things in which they basically travel and do anything. People tell me now, you say, well, no, this internet. And the internet can show you, no, internet is not different. It's different because the thing about it is that life experiences are different from what I can see a person do. I can see many things. If I've not lived it, I don't know what it's actually about. They always say to know is nothing, but to imagine is everything. Well, that's a great possibility to be true because you can imagine it be all types of situations until you actually know it. To know it is nothing, but to imagine is everything. Because once you captivate it and stimulate it, it says, hey, I'm in it. Maybe the girl you've been traveling with for years want to be your girlfriend. You actually find out that she's not what you think that she is once you get her. But you fantasize in your mind like just my imagination. The song Just My Imagination by Temptations. Many things he says, he says, soon be married, have a house, a kid, and this, that, and the other. He said all these things he's imagining because it's just his imagination. But when he actually gets with the woman, it changes of a whole different thing. And like they say, the kids draw you closer, sometimes draw you farther apart. And the thing about it is that everybody is so stuck on me, and I. So that's all they can speak on. So when you go there into that relationship, you must also know that you are well-rounded. Once you know you are well-rounded, you know exactly what you want. See, the thing about it is not asking what do you want out of me. Let's get actually honest about the situation. The person has been there, they've done that. They've done several things in it. So the fact of the matter is, if you have money and somebody want money out there, they're going to say, I want money out of you. They're not going to say that because they don't want to be sounding like they're a prostitute or they're a person who basically are in need. They want you to feel like they're a human being as well. And sometimes a lot of people are embarrassed of their situations. But in life itself, as you begin to get to that relationship, it begins to protrude itself and show exactly what it actually is. And I mean, all you see is stay around long enough, you'll see it actually happen to see what it actually is about. And a lot of these guys they've been married or whatever. They didn't want to basically go back into the same type of thing. Oh, I love you. Flowers on Valentine's Day and waking up in the morning. And they'll text you and say, oh, good morning, sweetie. Like, all those good mornings. And the only thing they got basically offer is a good morning to you. But actually, they would actually tell you how you talk to you on the phone and tell you what is actually, they want from you. It becomes responsibility.
And they don't want that at all.
Responsibility
it's
comes.
Easy to shoot a text.
It's because
good morning, beautiful.
With
I'm thinking of you.
With that comes responsibility. Because I'm thinking of you. Then you show me that you're thinking of me.
Right.
Come and have lunch with me. That's a
told
responsibility.
my dad, your head must be hurting by now because you sure do a lot of things.
Well, in
That's
actuality, he's not thinking actually for sure. He just punching the button and say good morning.
And I know that. And it totally insults me like I'm an idiot.
Then that's what you must do. You must block it. You must seriously, because you have to kids play something which is not in your mind to basically do. If you want to actually have sex in a relationship, you want to have sex with the person, you want to do that, but you don't know how to basically bluntly say it. And it's a blunt thing, say it, but basically this is what you basically want, just plain out sex out of the person. You want them to shut their mouth, just go ahead and perform the act. See when you see them, kick them out of the door, when you want to kick them out of the door. What is it that you say, okay, what do I want out of this person? I want to grow with this person. What do you want to go with that person for when you're whole as yourself? So we get angry. We get angry because that person is not together as you are together, and they're not able to do things which we want them to do. We get angry about those things. I'm a very selfish man myself, I must add. And I can't, it's that I can't find, because I can find, you can do anything in the world if you search hard enough, because you got enough shoes on, it's going to eventually be one that fits your foot. I don't look for that anymore. I look for the happiness of me, keep myself continually growing, and yet still that person is along with me while I'm beginning to grow or still growing, then yes, so they can reap some of the benefit. If so happens they hang around long enough and I'm enjoying them enough. See, they're fun until they're not. That's everybody.
See, this is my thing. like we did that show, Stop Wasting People's Time. And this is my New Year's resolution, 2022. You don't call me, I ain't calling you. I am not putting myself out there. That goes for friends, family, anybody else.
Well,
the phone goes both ways.
That's true.
But you know,
that's true.
Stop blowing smoke up my ass. Stop calling me with this bullshit. Talking about, oh, you my one. That's why I ain't never got married. How the hell am I your one? All you do is send me a text every morning.
Well, actually, then you have the power.
How the hell am I your one?
You have the power to eliminate it.
No.
You have the power to actually eliminate it yourself. You have the power. You have the power to put the boost. See, think about it. Let me tell you.
Pump the brakes.
You have the power right now in life to eliminate that. Let me see. Jimmy, okay, I'm not listening to his text no more. I just blocked him. So he won't be able to contact you anymore. So that takes that away from you. So now you get room enough. See, one thing about it, you have a bunch of clutter. Everybody. We have lots of clutter in our lives. And we got all this clutter that lies up in our lives, and we allow it to constantly fester. And I had an ex-girlfriend of mine. She's calling me now because I have a girlfriend. And the thing about it is, yesterday I said, no, let me stop the bull. Let me just totally just block her out. And I blocked that call because that, I was feeling good one day and she's texting me. And she and I haven't gotten together in months. So think about it, I just cut that out so that I don't have to deal with that anymore. So I think we have the power to do those things. When we allow those things to fester, to read your emails, to read your texts, to read these things that don't even matter no more to us. And so we get worked up over something, what you basically said in there, and say, how is this? It's no matter. The fact of the matter is just cut it out. That way we go here, we go for things in which we can't get a blessing. If I give you everything and your hands are full, and you got your hands like this, and I try to put something else in your hand, you can't get it because your hands now is closed and it's full. Open your hand up, let the bull out of your hand. That way you're able to receive bigger and better things. And it's played out as simple as that.
Yeah, and if the relationship don't serve a purpose for you,
simple as that.
I'm not even going to entertain it. Because it doesn't serve a purpose in my life.
Yeah.
I live a peaceful existence. I might not have everything I want, but I have everything I need. You know, and it's like, why would I open up and let you in my world and you come into the door with bullshit?
Well,
like this guy that I went on a date with, you telling me that you already seeing 4 women, but you don't feel a deep enough connection with them to have a relationship. So I'm looking at you, and then you going on and on about yourself, and I live in Orland Park, and I'm the only single man out here. I said, no, you're not.
No, that's well, see.
No, you're not.
What do they call it? A legend is all mine.
Right, and I'm like, what do you think I am thinking in my head why would you go on a date with a new woman that you've never gone out with before and tell her such a ridiculous thing?
Sex, but the thing about it, he's not being truthful.
Ridiculous thing.
He's not being truthful because the fact of the matter is what he's won from all 4 of these women.
First of all, sex was never on the table.
Well, that's the point.
Especially it wasn't on the table when you told me you seeing 4 other women.
Well, that's
because I know you knocking them down.
Well,
what you think? I'm just gonna sit up there and get in the rotation and be number 5?
Well, yeah, of course.
Is that what we doing now?
That's what he's actually thinking.
That's what's going on now.
Well, that's been going on actually. To be honest about it.
Well, it ain't going on with me. I'm old.
If that's the case, and you're talking to him, the best thing to do. Situation you have in control.
And it was like he was bragging.
Yeah, but it's no problem.
And I'm looking at him like you're an idiot. You sound like a fool.
Well, it's cool because the fact of the matter is that he's telling you what he got.
And he thought that was impressive.
Well, he don't know how to decipher it. You understand?
You know what? He was totally insulted when he's like, "So when we get together again?" I said, "We're not."
Yeah.
What you mean? Just what I said. I said it was nice meeting you, but have a good life. So we ain't going? No. For what? There's no purpose. Why waste my time? I already wasted these 30 minutes with you. What am I going to waste another moment with you for? You ain't even got to walk me to my car.
When did you block him?
Yeah. Deleted that whole damn number from my phone.
You block him.
He was actually upset. I don't understand. I don't understand women. And you know, he wanted to go down that road. I don't understand. See, women like you. What the fuck is women like me? You don't even know me.
That's truly fine.
You don't even know me.
I must tell you, your perfume smells tremendous. It smells really good. I
Thank you.
must tell you, it smells good.
I mean, he didn't even know me, and he immediately went down that road. See, that's why women like you. See, that's what. And then he always go back to the other dude with the glasses. See, that's what he talking about. That's why you modern women. You know, dude, you don't even know me. In the conversation, I probably said 10 words. He told me his little resume, told me about them 4 other women, and I said, really? Oh my! So there's 3 words. So he went on and he said, well, yeah, and I'm single, and it ain't no single men out here with no kids in Orland Park. I said, yes, there are. So that were my other 3. That's 6. He's like, I'm the only one. I said, no, you're not. That was my other 3.
I beg that you difference.
I said about 10 words in the entire, little meeting, and you gonna automatically formulate an opinion of me. You don't even know me.
Well, that's fine. And the thing about it is that you don't want him to get him.
And I don't want to know you.
Of course, because
you're an idiot.
He's not your one. And that's fine.
It's fine. He didn't serve no purpose.
That's
my point. The point is, when you meet somebody, and it doesn't take long.
No, it doesn't.
You just sit there and you listen. Learn how to be a good listener.
Yeah.
Learn how to be a good listener.
Yeah, it doesn't take long.
And it don't take long. And you figure out, okay, this ain't gonna serve no purpose in my life. This is not going to enhance my life in any way. So I'm not gonna give it any time. I don't have time for that. I believe in moving forward at all times.
I do believe that. That's very
I live a progressive lifestyle. I want to enjoy everything this life has to offer.
Of course.
Because it's not promised. We don't know with all that's going on. We don't know where this is going.
Man, we don't know where it's going. But one thing about it, we can tell you one thing for sure is that we may not have done everything we want to do. We've done most of the things which we like to do in life. So the thing about it, I'm learning as well is that if it's wasting your time, it's not worth your time.
You're right.
It's wasting your time. It's not worth your time. And the thing about it is that, it's okay to build a person up. So you see them, so I like this person. I can help them do this. I can help them. Maybe down the line, maybe to help you. Sometimes you got to give a blessing away to get a blessing.
I was talking to a girlfriend of mine. She's a female associate. And we were talking about just that, what you're saying. She's so unhappy. So unhappy. She's in this situation, been in this situation for 7 years. I don't know why I'm not married right now. But all you're doing is complaining. I don't know what he think we doing. I do everything for him. I pay his car note. I pay his phone bill. I buy all his shoes and clothes. And I cook, clean. I do everything he wants.
Is that what he wants?
And I'm like, why would he marry you? Right. What does he need to marry you for? She's so unhappy, and she just don't get it. I said, what purpose is this situation serving for you? What is it giving you in your life that you couldn't otherwise have on your own? Just companionship? Is companionship that important to people now? I mean, I know it's a basic human need, but is it really important to the point where you forget about self?
Yeah, I do know. Let me expound on that a little bit. It's a song that came out many years ago, but I think it was Cuba Gooding Jr. Dad was in a group, and what was the name of the group? And that's the producer. Was it Main Ingredients or I don't remember. I'm sorry if I got it wrong, but I know the Cuba Gooding's dad was in the group. Hey, excuse me. Hey, Tim. Go tell him for me, please. Yeah. It's a song by the Main Ingredients, and the song is called "Just Don't Want to Be Lonely."
Just don't want to be lonely.
Who's that by? Who's that by? I know it's Cuba Gooding Jr.'s dad.
Look it up.
Just don't want to be lonely. Just don't want to be lonely. He get the name of it. He get the name of the group that he was in.
It wasn't the Spinners, was it?
No, it wasn't the Spinners. It was Cuba Gooding Jr.'s dad. I don't know if it was the Main Ingredients, but I'm not sure. I could be wrong. And please,
but
we'll get it in a minute. But I want to expound on that. Name of the song
Group called Blue Magic?
No, not Blue Magic. He was in a group. Cuba Gooding Jr. Sr. was in the group. And the song was called Just Don't Want to Be Lonely. And I would like you all to listen to that song. And he says, I don't mind when you say, when you stay only moments a day, I just don't want to be lonely. I don't care if you stay way at the end of the room. I just don't want to be lonely.
Somebody else
Stating
redid
that. Oh yeah, a lot of people redid it, but the song was made by Cuba Gooding Jr.'s dad, and the group was it
Main Ingredient?
Was it Tramps? Was it Main Ingredients? Was it the Main Ingredients?
That's what came up.
I was right. There you go. It's Main Ingredients. The song was called Just Don't Want to Be Lonely, and he tells you all the things he don't mind his woman to do in this song. He don't mind if she comes and stays just moment a day. He just don't want to be lonely.
But you
he
know
don't
what?
care if she stays way at the end of the room long. She just don't want to be lonely.
I mean, I'm totally at peace when I'm by myself.
Well,
nobody knows me better than me.
You might be, but I'm saying,
you know, I'm in a place.
my point is
loneliness, like Luther said, it's such a sad.
I was going to, as my next affair,
really
I was going to say that. Luther did say,
however, it's not going to make me mistreat myself
but
for the sake of companionship.
A lot of people
do that.
And
I feel like that's what my associate is doing. I'll give you a perfect example. I have a couple of associates. They're professional women. One of them is a registered nurse, and the other one is an attorney. And they live with one dude. Now, they got a real nice big house in Madison. Really nice. They all drive nice foreign vehicles. He work at Amazon. Nothing's wrong with Amazon, but these women making like 6 figures. And they all live in there together. And they often invite. Now, I was propositioned earlier this week. I know the nurse. And I was propositioning. You should come over and have a drink with us. And I'm like, us? What you mean? I said, no, I'm good. It's like, what you gonna do tonight? I said, hang around the house, sip on my drink, cook dinner, do what I do, Come over and have a drink with us. She said, oh, her old man, really, he always liked you. I said, so, and? Come over, have some fun. I said, first of all, I'm not by tribe paying none of that. I'm heterosexual.
Okay, well,
I'm not getting down with the swirl.
Well,
I said, why? It's like, you beautiful lady. Why do you? What is it with this relationship with the three of you?
The looks
and she told me that she'd rather have a part of him than nothing. Yeah. She's like, I don't know how you do it. Be by yourself. It's easy. Got something called peace of mind. I have something called peace of mind. You telling me all these things you don't like about her, and she don't clean up. You got to clean up all the time. I'm not living in a house with another grown woman, first of all, and we're going to sleep in the same bed with our man.
Well, that's why you have people.
That's their man.
You have people in the world, no matter what their figures are making, let's get that straight, no matter how much you make, no matter what's your occupation, everybody has ways about themselves. I
got the feeling from her, though, that she was not happy with it. And as she talked to me, she expressed that, if I had it my way, it would just be me and him. But, he happy, so I just roll with it. But she get on my nerve because she don't clean up. And I just feel like she take me for granted because she know I'm a clean person. And
the thing
and I'm like, is that really happiness, though?
Of course, because that's her one.
Is that really happiness?
That's her one.
But he ain't her one. She's sharing him.
Well, what I'm saying to you is
that's her one half.
Well, you gotta understand. See,
because that must be the other woman's one too.
Because look, let me explain this to you. If you could step into a room and try and think like everybody in the room, then anything in the world is possible. So what I'm saying is that is her one. That's what she allows to happen. So that is what brings her happiness. That's what brings her peace of mind, because this is what she allows. Now, the thing about it may sound crazy to me. It makes some people like peanut butter and toast. I don't think there's nothing wrong with peanut butter and toast, but I mean, if a person like peanut butter and toast, and I don't eat peanut butter and toast, but that's fine. Some people love it. But my point is that, when it comes to relationship, people like very strange and outlandish things. Things I might like, people may think that's really strange and outlandish. But that's what makes us ourselves and who we are. And we got to realize that. We have to realize it because you got to find your one who, and it may be a hard thing to do, and sometimes you may go through a million people and never find your one.
I know if I felt like somebody was my one, I damn sure wouldn't want to share him with anybody
Well,
else.
that's your mindset. Understand?
I would not.
Understand, that's your mindset. But what I'm saying to you is that there are some people in life who just call it loving, and their thing is that they will do anything to make the other person happy. Don't want to do that.
That's what she said.
But if that's what makes her
happy. And she wasn't happy. And
well,
she really don't even want to do
the thing
that.
About it is that
but she said she rolls with it because he happy.
Because the fact of the matter is that's where she is right now in life. See, let me tell you, you said earlier, you don't like the same things you like when you were 20 years old.
No.
And if you like the same things you do, some things you might like when you get older. When I say older, that doesn't mean in age. That means in a relationship wise. When you experience a whole bunch of relationships, it could be a person that's 20 years old who experienced 50 relationships, and their relationship level is different. Their standards are different. Their understanding is different. Their mentality of a relationship is different. And once those things are different, you have to step back and look. And sometimes you may find that thing that a person found in their 30s. You may find it in your 40s. You may find it whatever. But my point is that you may find those things that you once disapproved of when you were 23 years old, and now you approve of them things now, and you may be in your 50s. So my point is that it's really hard, and it's really hard to actually to distinct what is basically you really want. And if you actually be honest with yourself and look at yourself in the mirror, you find out what your purpose is. And what your purpose is that you'll find out what their purpose is for you. So it may not be.
Yeah, because
I
think
job.
with them,
It may not be those things.
I think with them, it's all about material lifestyle. She says she enjoys the lifestyle, and they do have a nice house. They do. It's nice. They drive nice vehicles. They have nice.
It may be
things.
sexual.
She told me
and
for
that's
her,
okay.
she
That's
said
okay.
that she lives a good lifestyle. That's what she said.
Well, does he enhance her lifestyle? Because he said he works this type of
No,
job. But
she
okay,
makes way more money than him.
then that may not be it. It may be the sexual thing.
I think it probably has to be.
It has to be the sexual
Because
thing.
we talked about it at length. She was trying to, because I know that she's not happy. She said she's not happy. She said, but I just love him so much. I just want to be with him, and this is how he wants it to be. So she's foregoing her own happiness to make him happy. And I just wonder if he appreciates that.
Maybe not.
I wonder if he appreciates the sacrifice that she. I don't think that he probably even thinking about it, because he studies sending her out and sending the other one out looking for recruiting other damn parties to come in and join in. He just want a big ass orgy house.
Well, I must tell you.
What the hell?
I think we all have our times like that. A lot of us do have it. Not everybody. We've had our times like that when we basically have a party where we like threesomes. You have threesomes, and foursomes, and sixsomes. There are sometimes.
I think that's very risky.
Well, life itself.
Because you do that with your significant other.
Well,
you do that with him. You give him that. How you gonna come back from that? Now, how you gonna go back to being satisfied with just you?
Let me say this.
That's real risky.
I gotta tell you this, personal note. I've experienced those things also in my life, and I've experienced with people that I thought at the time, and I've been with that person after the foursome, threesome, sixsome have left, and I still like that person. It depends on where you are. It's because we are different places all the time. Now I've heard people say, a person be in love with you and wake up tomorrow and don't feel the same way.
Absolutely true.
And the thing about it is that you are a different place a lot of times in your life. And it doesn't mean that it will always be that way. In defense of saying your friend says she loves this guy now. Your friend may wake up a year from now, a couple months from now, maybe next week, and say, I don't even like that person. I don't know why I was
She's
with
too
that
old
person.
for that for me.
But
She's 56 years old.
It's never the age.
And I'm like,
let's right now, let's alleviate the age of it. Because when you drink Kool-Aid, you don't say, okay, well, I'm too old to drink Kool-Aid. I drank Kool-Aid when I was a kid. You don't do that because you can make Kool-Aid now and still like it. But my point is that it's not the age of it that counts. It's the feeling that it gives you at a particular time. And when the thrill is gone, the thrill is gone. You know, the thrill is the thrill. And that's at anything. Like, I had a lot of my friends who used to get high in life. And I got some friends of mine who still get high in life. And I've had some friends, as a matter of fact, I want to speak on that. I had a friend of mine I liked. She was very good people. And she used to get high every day of her life. I remember many years ago. And I remember one day she came to me and she borrowed some money from me. And she told me, she says, I want to borrow this money from you. I got paid today. I spent all my money, but I want to borrow this money from you. And I know many of you have heard this before. And I lent her some money. And she looked at me and turned around and she says to me, this is my last day of getting high. I'm never going to get high ever again. I promise you. She held the money up in the air and walked away. Well, after she walked away that day, I hadn't seen her 3 years. After she borrowed the money from me, I didn't see her.
She didn't pay you back for 3 years?
Oh, that's the thing. After she walked away with the money, she said, I'm never going to get high again after this. I borrowed this from her. I'm never going to do this ever again. And I saw her 3 years later. And strangely, I was out of town. I saw her in Los Angeles. And I saw her, and she was with this little bitty kid, 3-year-old kid. And she was walking in a grocery store. And I had to look twice because I remember this. She used to be beautiful, beautiful, before she started getting high, and then she went down. But I saw her in Los Angeles, California, with this little 3-year-old kid. And I saw her, and I began to talk to her. She said, oh, and by the way, let me give you our money back that I borrowed for you with interest. And she paid me back double. I did accept it. I want you all to know that.
I know you did.
She said to me, she says, that was my last day of getting high. I left my job. I left everything I knew about and came and started another life. And I never got high since then. But see, that's a rarity. That's a rarity.
Yeah.
And I must tell you, some people run to Christ, some people don't. But I do know that she had became a mother of a church. She married a preacher man. And if that made her feel better, then God bless her, because she looked great.
Whatever works.
And I must add, I know you're out there somewhere, and God bless you. And I do know that she turned her life totally around. Now, I've had many of my other friends who get high. I said, this is my last time getting high, last time getting high, and they still get high. And it's been years and years ago. But my point is that sometimes when the thrill is gone, the thrill is gone. Some people walk away from certain situations and don't have that thrill no more. You could be in the middle of something and have a thrill or something, and you get up in the middle, right, then your thrill stop. I don't know if that's ever happened to any of you all out there before in life. I know it's happened to me. You're doing something, all of a sudden, something you like so much, you stop at that very moment, and it ain't good to you. Never, ever, ever, ever again. And you walk away, and that is what I say that's called a turning point, and that's the relationships. So this is what they're feeling right now. And the thing about it, who's there to say it'll change? Sometimes it'll go all the way to the end, and it'll play itself out. And when it plays itself out, and I tell a lot of people who do a lot of things in life, I say, go and do it till you're satisfied, whatever it is, and do it till you finish. Do it till you good.
She said that she just loves him so much, and she don't want to be without him. She said, because if I leave, he only going to replace me with somebody else.
Of course.
And in my mind, I'm just saying to myself, that is no way that I want to live.
That's how you see it.
Right? Yeah, that's how I see it. I don't want to live that way. I don't want to
Well, that's
live.
fine. Her life isn't yours.
Looking over my shoulder like, if he see somebody look better than me or somebody he's like more than me, he's going to replace me.
That's not how you see it. That's not how you see it. But also, let me add.
And I could tell she was not happy. She told me she wasn't happy.
Well, the thing is, she's not happy.
And
the only person who can change is her.
I was wondering why she had reached out to me, because we hadn't spoken. We hadn't spoken in maybe about 8 months. And out of the blue, she reached out to me, and I'm like, hey, stranger, how you doing? Because you know me, I ain't calling nobody. So, she said, what you doing? I'm getting ready to cook dinner. And she came over. She said, I'm getting ready to cook dinner. She said, what? Can I come back for a minute? I'm close. Because she was up the street at the store. I said, yeah, you come on by. And we talked, and I truly believe he sent her to call me. I truly believe that. He told her to call me. Because she propositioned me with it, and she started out, he always liked you. He talked about you all the time.
Well,
he asked me when last time
great possibility.
I had seen you. I said, yeah, that sucker told that girl to call me.
That's a great possibility. And think
I'm
about
like,
his vision.
And I could see that she was hurt by it. And I felt so bad for her because she's a good person. She's a good person. And it actually made me feel grateful, that I'm strong as I am.
Well, everybody is not strong.
I know it made me grateful. Because like anybody else, I get lonely. But at the end of the day, I love me more than I love anybody else.
That's a great thing.
And a lot of people don't. And I'm looking at her, and she was a really good person, a really good, nice person. And I could just see the pain in her eyes. And when we spoke, she was in tears damn near. And she's like, girl, I'm sorry. It's hard because I don't want to let him go. And I'm like, it's guys out here that would love to have that girl, that woman.
I would say this. She's in a place where she needs to be right now.
That's, I guess, whatever purpose it is, it's serving for her.
She needs to be there right now.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is not going to finish until she's done with it.
Right.
And then that's fine, man. Hey, the thing about a purpose of anything in this world, we must also understand that we make our own destiny. We are the captains of our own ships, the master of our own destiny. So if we allow this to happen, nothing can happen unless we allow it to happen. Mm-hmm. If we allow this abuse, then it's a person abusive relationship, and that might be an abusive relationship. But she likes it, but it's emotionally abusive in my opinion. If you can't, if a person you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen at any given time. That's some people are not able to get out of the kitchen. Some people are wounded.
She's one of those,
and that's fine, man. Hey. Fact of the matter is, she will leave.
She told me she knows. She's like, well, I tried with other men before. At least I know what this is.
Well,
she said all they did was lie to me. They mistreated me. They cheated, and they abused me. And she said, at least with this, it's open, it's honest. I know what it is. I may not necessarily like it, but I've gotten used to it.
She's used to it. So, by her being used to it.
Yeah, she's used to it.
The fact of the matter is that that's where she needs to be right now.
So her purpose, I would imagine, is just the companionship element.
Possibly. She just don't want to be lonely.
She don't want to be alone.
And that's fine, man. Hey, man, whatever it floats your boat, then so be it. I'm not going to tell you not to. I'm not going to be the one to tell you, oh, you stupid, you need to. I'm not going to say that because I don't know your understanding. See, understanding is the greatest thing in the world. And the thing about it is that we said we have understanding with people. You must have an understanding with yourself.
With yourself.
You must have an understanding with yourself. When you got an understanding with yourself, then nobody can change that understanding.
And know what it is that you want.
Yeah.
Know what it is that you need from this particular situation.
You allow.
Yeah. Some people seem like they have no limitations. No boundaries. I don't live a life like that. I live a structured lifestyle. I got boundaries and limitations.
Yours is different.
And there's just some people, they just have none. It's like anything goes.
Well, yeah, that's a great
possibility.
possibility.
And I feel like when you feel that way as a person, especially a woman to me, for me personally, I feel like if I felt that way with a guy, I would lose my value with him.
Well, that's
because he's going to say, well, I know I can do whatever the hell I want. And she ain't going nowhere.
Well, let me explain that to you as well. Is that's not your lifestyle. You understand what I'm saying to you? That is not your lifestyle. And not to say that, it's some great people out here. I must tell you, it's great people. But their lifestyles are just different, man. And it doesn't mean because their lifestyle is different, we can't be friends. That's how they see their personal lifestyle. That's what their relationship is. But their relationship does not wait on me. Until they begin to, like they say, tell me their problem.
She did tell me she wants to hang out with me more. She said, I feel like I'm stronger just talking to you. She's like, can we like hang out sometime? And I think I could get stronger. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
Might be.
If I can help you, if I can be inspirational, sure.
That's like a counselor. Like people in drug programs, they say they gotta call a counselor, and you might be that counselor for that particular individual, for that particular situation. And the thing about it, we all are preachers, we all are teachers, and that might be the situation in which you're called to help in, and that's fine too. You know,
that's what I thought about too. I said maybe the Creator, brought her over here so that she could have this conversation with me, because she really opened up, and she had never opened up to that extent. I was really shocked she made that proposition, because she's been knowing me forever. She know how I am. She know.
Well, also I want to add and tell you all this. I will answer all of your questions, but just two answers I'm gonna give you. Some people are in your life for a reason, and some are in your life for a season. Period. There's no other ways.
Right.
There's no other
I
ways.
experienced that this summer.
There's
I had
no
a
way.
really
There's
good
no other
friend
ways. They're in there for a
who
season.
was just there for the summer season. And you know that friend
and that's
too.
fine.
And that's totally fine, because that season,
that's what was needed.
It was good. I enjoyed it. But when the fall came, it was over.
Yeah, that's fine. It was just for the reason. It's for the season.
It was for that season.
It's for the season. And some
I won't forget that
some
season. It was a good summer.
Right.
I enjoyed it.
That season grows you to another level.
And it did. It really did. It educated me so much.
Yeah.
Because people are so, they're so different but so similar. They're so different but so similar.
Yeah, they are.
This was a person from someplace else, and they
fine.
appeared to be so different, but yet they were the same.
Yeah.
They were different, but yet the same. It is what it is.
That's cool.
If it's look like a duck, walk like a duck, quack like a duck.
It's no love lost, literally, when I say that.
It's not. It's a duck. It's a duck.
It's no love lost, but hey.
It is what it is.
It was the reason of the season. It's the reason of the season.
And then when you're removed from the situation, I've been involved in a situation for a whole year. I was involved in a situation, and at that time, couldn't see life without the situation.
Well, yeah,
and then
because that was a season.
Yeah, and then from being removed from it, see so clearly now why it would have not been a good thing for my life. It would have actually been a catastrophe. It just wouldn't have fit. It would have been one of the Rubik's Cubes that you could never solve, ever. Just complex. But when you're in a situation, you don't see.
You don't see the fight.
You don't see all of that.
Like a person can step out of the ring and watch a boxer.
Yeah.
Watch the greatest boxer in the world and see where he's making a mistake at.
Uh-huh.
You step into the ring, 3 punches are coming.
You're in it.
Concentrate at it. So he has to be extra good, because he has to be able to fire.
But when I was in it was such a wonderful situation, or so I thought. But when I was removed from it, I think back. I'm like, that never would have flew with me.
Well, that you can't put another person's relationship on you and say what you would do with that relationship, because you probably would never be in that type of relationship.
But that was my relationship.
Well,
that was my relationship. But it's just that when I was in it, it was wonderful when I was in it. But when I was removed from it, I see all the reasons why I dodged a bullet. I'm like, wow, if I had made a commitment to that situation, that would have been really, really a catastrophe for my life. Because my life is still, it's peaceful, it's quiet.
Right.
That would have brought chaos, confusion, turmoil, from everything that was connected to it.
Right.
And that is something I totally would not accept. Peace of mind is so priceless to me.
Well, that's the thing about it, is that everybody runs their household differently.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
You run your house different from the way another person run their house. So,
and when you're just visiting, you don't see it all.
You don't. But the thing about it is that it's not for us to criticize on what they do and I wouldn't do, because that's what they're doing. That's what they're allowing to happen in their home, where they're peaceful. In a home, I'm not saying like in a home. I'm saying in a home is within itself. we have to understand that everybody's different.
And everybody has. They only gonna let you see what they want you to see. That's all they're gonna let you see. They're not gonna tell you what they want you to know. They will only allow you to see what they want you to see. They're not going to reveal everything. They're not going to reveal the truth. They want you to have this, image of what you perceive their life to be. They want you to have that certain perception. Oh, wow, they got a good life.
Well, of course.
They happy.
Well, naturally people want to have a facade.
Yeah, they do.
To make you believe that, theirs is greater than anybody else. And like Tears of a Clown, like Smokey Robinson says, you find, you may have some friends, and I'm sure we all do. We have some buddies that just laugh and joke about the stupidest things sometimes.
And you wonder why. Why you always act a fool?
And because that person is actually, most of the time, I'll never hold anything, that person is really a sad individual.
I've experienced that. That is
and
so
they,
true.
they will be sad deep down inside. At nighttime, they'll go away and harbor themselves and they'll cry about it deep inside, and come back up the next day and make joke up. So that's not why. Everybody's different. It's not for us to know everybody's situation. What we do is deal with our situation, our lives, our style, what we deal with, what we don't deal with. And I know some of you out there right now are struggling, and this is life. Life itself is a struggle. It's like anything, jobs, financially, mentally, spiritually, whatever. You struggle, but only you can make a change. Only you. Nobody can do it.
I always say life isn't hard. People make it hard.
Well,
it's not. If you live life on life's terms, it's not hard.
Right.
People make it hard.
Of course.
The choices that we make.
Of course, to change the world
is what makes it hard.
Yes.
And that's what I was telling her, and she was like, I really want to hang out with you more. Maybe I can, strengthen myself and get my mind right.
Well, she might be able to.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter, do you want that type of energy around you?
Nope.
All right, well, you don't want that type of energy around you.
I ain't gonna hang with her that much. I mean, I might see her here,
what
there,
I'm saying is that
I'm not one to hang anyway.
The thing about it is that it's not going to.
But I already know what it is. I've already had somebody like that.
It's not going to enhance.
It's not going to enhance me.
So it was not going to enhance.
I already had somebody around me like that. That was just Debbie Downer. Whatever we were trying to do, whatever we wanted to talk about, just a negative outlook, and I don't believe in that. Nope, that don't make no sense. I ain't doing all that.
Well, you can't. You can lead a horse to the water. You can make them drink.
No, I don't want that kind of energy around me. But I like her to the point where I will invite her over if I have something. I'll invite her, and if I'm going someplace, somewhere like maybe just say somewhere. If I feel like some company, I'm pretty much a loner. I like to be by myself.
Right, but
if
everybody needs somebody.
I might invite her along because I felt so. I'm an empath, so I have to be real careful about stuff like that. I feel other people's pain, and I can't be absorbed.
If you're not ready to accept, listen. If you're not ready to accept, because you've already said it, if you're not ready to accept some of her pain.
Oh, no.
Some of her anxiety, some of her
hell no.
negativities, I call it. If you're not ready to accept
not
it,
right now.
then turn it down.
Maybe by the time the summer comes.
That's my point. You must turn it down.
Maybe in a while, but no, I'm good right now. I'm cool. I don't need to be bothered.
Turn it away.
I want to ask you something unrelated. A friend of mine has a boyfriend online, and he asked her for some money. I think that they've probably been talking for, I would venture to say maybe 3 to 6 months tops. Mm-hmm. What do you think about that? He told her that his check had gotten frozen because he lost a piece of equipment that belonged to the company. So they froze his money until it's paid for. He didn't ask for a specified amount, she said, but he asked for some money. So what?
Okay.
At what point? I'm old school, but I mean, in your opinion, as a man, at what point is it okay for you to start talking about exchanging of the money?
Well, money is a different type of situation, a different animal.
At what point in the relationship? I mean,
there's no special point. If you like them, they ask you right away the next day. If something you want to do it, then you still do it. If you don't want to do it, then say, no, I don't want to do that. There's nothing wrong with a person asking, because I would much prefer you ask me than try to steal it from you.
But you know, my thing is, I just feel like you should be at a certain point, a certain level.
Well, they may be.
But they're not. No, they've only had an online relationship.
Well, my point is that you're assuming that it's too soon for him to ask her for money. Well, my point is that it's never too soon.
They ain't never even met in person.
What I'm saying to you, listen to what I'm saying, though. It leads to that. So the fact of the matter, she must actually come out and say yes or no.
That's what I said.
It's not.
That's exactly was my answer.
It's not a thing of saying that. Okay, well, I'm certain now. I'm asking. I've been with him for 5 months, so within 5 months of the day, I'm asking for some money. It's not like that.
No.
You go with a woman the same night, same second, and tell her, look, I need me a couple $1,000 right now.
No.
And wait, there are some people that'll give it.
Fools.
No.
I'm not giving you no money.
No.
I'm not gonna do it.
Some things you get what you sort of.
I mean, if we on a certain level, we in a committed relationship for a certain amount of time, you've proven yourself to me. You've proven who you are to me. I know that I can depend on you, and you got my back.
Well, that's how you see it.
You're making me feel how I want to feel.
That's my point.
Enhancing my lifestyle. You know, we complement each other's lives.
Well, that's how you see it.
That's how I see it.
Okay, but let me say this.
In no way, shape, or form am I giving somebody I have never physically met no money. I'm not doing it.
What did she?
She probably did, but she didn't tell me. She's asked me how I felt about it. You know, a woman ain't gonna tell another woman when she do something stupid. She asked me how I felt about it. She asked me what I do, and I said no, absolutely not.
Well, just because she won't do it, she won't.
That's what I'm saying. So she probably did, but just telling me about it, she won't tell me the truth because she don't want to look like she know I'm gonna say you a stupid fool.
Well, yeah, you might say that to her.
I would. Ain't no might.
My point is that
people get scammed every day on the internet.
Well, that's true.
Every day.
But if she just on the internet with him, she haven't met him yet.
How you love me? You never met me. You never physically touched me.
Well,
you never kissed me. Never spent a moment with me.
Conversation.
All of our interaction is the stroke of a keyboard. How do you love me? How you fall in love with somebody like that? Is that logical thinking to you?
I understand. I see it like step into a room and like think like everybody in there. If I think like everybody in there, it lets me know that anything is possible.
You know what that is to me? Foolishness.
Well, let me explain.
Ain't no fool like an old fool.
Well, it's true. But
you ain't even got to be old to be a fool. You just a fool.
You don't have to be old.
You've never met me. You might not like the way I look. You might not like the way I smell.
Well, I'm sure they exchange pictures, right?
Yeah, but still, that might not even be him. That might not be him. He might got that picture out the damn magazine.
Maybe. But the fact of the matter is the person go for it and they don't want to be lonely. They're going for that.
Well, I told her what Miss Sophia said when the white man told her something. I said, hell no.
That's right.
That's what I said. Hell no. No. Negative.
But the thing about it, you say that, but I say this. That might be what's keeping her going to be able to help another individual no matter what way it is. No matter what way it is.
That's why y'all don't see no ring over here.
Right?
That's why.
Everybody's not like that.
That's why you don't see the ring.
Everybody's not like that.
Okay, that's why you don't see no ring on this fan.
Everybody's not like that. Also, the same token.
I'm just saying.
That's what she might need.
Whatever floats your boat, but it don't float mine.
She might need it. She might need that.
I don't need none of that bad.
Well,
what Jamie Foxx said, I don't need.
Well, you know, that's the whole key.
Okay.
He don't need it.
I don't need it either.
Well,
No.
that's what she needs
No.
to make her
What have you
survive.
done to let me know that you are worthy? How do I know who you are as a person? How do I know you worthy? You don't know what I have to do to get my money.
Right, of course, but the thing about it.
How do I know you're going to pay me back?
It matters not.
I don't know you as a
It
person.
matters not. It so happens that she wants to be with him. This is what he asked.
Well, he going to keep asking if it was me. He wouldn't ask me. But anyway, we coming to the end of our show.
Yeah, okay. Well, I would say this.
Go ahead.
Everybody must also understand this one thing in life. I'm seeing this play out in my mind because I have a deep thought. I've been having this deep thought all day long about purpose and a relationship. My dad used to always say either it's what do you call it, a liability or it's an asset.
An asset. That's right.
And even if it's an asset, the thing about it is that it helping you move forward in whatever your quest is.
What you trying to
Sometimes
do?
a relationship isn't about your quest, okay? Sometimes a relationship is not about your quest. Sometimes it's about that person's quest. Do you understand that? Sometimes,
I do.
Sometimes you're in a relationship to help that person, and it's not about.
I'm not doing it anymore. I've done that for years.
Well, that's not my point. My point is that things you'll accept, you won't.
I'm not going to accept that
But
anymore.
my point is that sometimes we're in a relationship to help that person's quest.
I have somebody right now that loves me to death. If I called him right now, I called him and put him on speaker. He wants to marry me today, and I will not, because it brings nothing to my life. He gonna come up big time. He gonna come way up. He gonna be like the Jeffersons, moving on up. But me, what am I going to gain? Not a damn thing, but a damn
Well, that's my point, man.
weight on my back. A weight on my back.
Well, every relationship is always different.
And I'm like,
And
no.
some
And
relationships,
somebody told me that love is more important to them than anything. No, not to me. No.
Some people say money's not important.
I wasn't
I
that
don't
person.
understand that.
We do agree on that.
I think money is, whatever's the second place of money, is a long way off.
love is important, don't get me wrong, but it's not the most important thing in the world to me. Because I know this dude loves me to death, but he cannot enhance, he can't make my life better in no way, shape, or form. None.
Okay.
That would just be a total damn, like putting a safe on my back, walking
Let
around
me ask you,
trying to carry it.
if so happened that the relationship was about you, this person came into the relationship and it was all about you, not about them, to enhance your life, put you, make your dreams, your goals, your ambitions stronger and bigger and better, would that please you?
If he could do that for me,
Yeah, all those things in your relationship, he came into your life and you liked him and he made your life better in all aspects of life.
for sure.
And then you checked and you thought to yourself, what is that I could do for him? And it was not really anything you could possibly do for him because he was set in all those aspects of life. And he could enhance yours to that level, but you couldn't make his bigger in that level because you're not on that particular level, but he likes you. So would that relationship work for you?
Yeah, it'll work for me. Because his life is enhanced just by my presence. But anyway.
That's something that I learned. I learned that.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing. Sometimes in our lives, we have to, if you're ready to be able to enhance another person's life, and that person's not able to enhance your life, and I must say that I've not been in relationships basically who were able in my life to enhance my life. But in my relationships, I've always been able to enhance their lives in a relationship.
But they did not
Hinder me either.
hinder you either.
No, I will not let no one hinder me.
That's what I'm saying.
But
to
my
you.
point is,
this would be a total.
I won't let no one
This
hinder me.
would handicap me because it would be just such a weight on my back
but that's
trying
my point.
make somebody over. The mindset is not there. The drive, the determination. Our mindsets are like night and day. We two different people. What's important to him is not important to me. You know, and we were raised differently. We have different train of thought and all that. And he feels like you should just want somebody to love you unconditionally. No.
Well, no, I think that's totally. The thing about it is that we have to accept it, and it's real. In a relationship, are you enhancing this person's life or are they enhancing your lifestyle?
Because that wouldn't make me happy. It would make me unhappy
Well,
because now I got this burden on me.
if I was to be honest, if I was to be all honest with you people right now, if I was to be all honest, I'm not found a relationship that can enhance me. I mean, like maybe in character and some certain things, but to enhance my lifestyle, to basically say, okay, if I was to do that, and I wouldn't want to sound totally arrogant, but if a person was to ask me, I would have to tell them, I'm not found a relationship basically what enhances me, but I found ways to enhance others in a relationship.
Okay.
I tell you, be honest about that.
I've always been the enhancer. I ain't enhancing nobody else. In
Right.
2022, I ain't enhancing.
Well,
Look,
I would have to.
this ain't build a man damn
No.
workshop no more. I promise you.
If it wants to enhance me,
No.
if I thought a relationship was able to enhance me,
No.
it would be spectacular, but I've not found that. And I don't think I'll find that in a very long way. I think it's possible for me to find that, so I'm going to search for that. But I've not found a relationship that's able to enhance me, financially,
Just your
physically, mentally.
lifestyle.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's kind of hard. It's really, I tell you, even if she's well-to-do, even if she would have to be. I mean, I'm not just saying this. I don't want to sound arrogant when I say this. I mean it. She would have to be truly rich. I mean, she would have to be Jennifer Lopez.
Oh
willing.
my God.
I'm being honest. I swear to God, she would have to be a Kim Kardashian or Jennifer Lopez, literally to the sense of financial, to be able to enhance me and my lifestyle. That's a fact. And a person can say what they want to say. I'm telling you a true fact. To basically enhance me in my lifestyle and relationship. That's true.
Okay, you got any? We're into our last few final minutes. We are part of the NMG Podcast Network. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, feel free to call us at 872-307-3828. I got a few sponsors that I need to mention. Alpha Group Industries, optimal service at all time for any of your freight needs, transportation services. You can email us at alphagroupindustry773@outlook.com, or you can call us at 708-907-3664. We have Don's Construction for all your construction needs, tear down, rebuild, remodel, you name it. 708-735-9580. I have McCain's Medical Career Training. The lovely Mrs. Walker is the instructor. If you ever were a CNA or you want to be a CNA, say you were a CNA a little while back in the day or whatever, and you let your license lapse, Mrs. Walker can get you recertified, or she can help you become a CNA. I also have OK Sports Lounge, 4736 West 147th Street in Midlothian, Illinois. I want to give a shout out to my Auntie Marie and my favorite boy cousin Paul, Miss Earlene Bankhead, Miss Lisa Swain, my godson Drizzy. Love y'all. My cousin Crystal, my family in Dowagiac, Michigan. You want to shout out to anybody down?
My brother Curtis, today is his birthday.
Happy birthday, Curtis.
I know he's not in condition right now to possibly even hear what I'm saying, but God bless him, and I hope he gets better. I was on my other show, talked about it, my nephews and
We're going
I,
to celebrate Curtis' birthday today, y'all.
and pray for him. I hope he gets better.
Pray for him. I hope he makes a full recovery.
Indeed.
Until the next time,
Yeah.
here on the Dondi and DeVarreaux show, I hope that 2022 brings you all good health, good happiness, and prosperity. Please stay safe out there, y'all.
Indeed. And if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Don't fix it.
Indeed.
Absolutely. Dondi and DeVarreaux. Peace out.
Peace. Love you. Peace.
will.
called him
Let's
to tell
speak
him
it
happy
into
birthday,
existence.
I called him to tell him happy birthday, but he had left the house.